What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Now, yesterday I talked about going the top road, and I've heard from a number of you and a number of high-level players saying the top road is the best one this season, but there's a caveat. If you're rushing along, you're going to run into people who have critters, and they're going to make you hate life. That is where my other account is at the moment. This account does not have instant training, and I'm doing things a little bit differently. So I thought I'd bring you up to date on my tech tree. I went the bottom road. I've got cannons, I've got Kavan, I've got my flamethrowers maxed out, I've got medkits, have been using them even though they don't really do much, and then I just went and got critters, and this is an absolute game changer. Now, if you have a look here, I have done a total of 1, 2, 3 battles today, and as you can see here, I still have a whole bunch of heavies left, so you can this season play a whole ton with heavies because there is not a lot of building damage. There's not a lot of stuff that takes down your heavies. So you don't need smoke. You'll see I don't have smoke on this account on the bottom road. And right in here, can't see how many heavies I lose, obviously, but doing pretty darn well. You can see as soon as I get the old-fashioned critters right in there, my times go way faster. So I'm going to lose even fewer troops. So wanted to give you a quick update on the brain-dead, simple way to take down bases. So we're going to go something like this. We're going to drop all of our heavies over here, including Kavan. Then we're going to flare in a second. Don't need to rush things. Don't need to rush things. Get them over into there. I will use that just because. 1, 2, and then we're going to wait a second, throw a shock about there. And then we're going to come cruising on into here. Don't need this shock right here. The only reason for that shock is that I'm just trying to keep all of my troops alive. And again, you really, really don't need it though, because we're just cruising through. We've lost a total of 0 troops right now. We've got 2 engine rooms down, and we are creeping up on 3 minutes, 20 seconds or so. Just like that, we have lost a total of 0 troops. Finished off their engine room at 3:21. So I know yesterday I said the best route is to go the top road. The bottom route has some merits too. The only problem is you're spending a whole lot more tokens. So top route will be into 4 engine rooms and be gonzo, so doesn't really matter. Jiken 2K Legend coming in, trying to take this base down using Zookas. Under no circumstances are Zookas the answer this season. They might be later on, maybe if Rocket Choppas, I mean, they only dropped 2 of them, so not a big deal. But just wanted to let you know that there is a second path. I know a lot of you probably already know that and probably screamed at my path up the top. I promise that top one is better because you're going to get into warriors and troop damage and rocket choppas and all sorts of fun stuff. But there are some merits, and right now, if you're stuck in the upper levels of 3 engine rooms, you're getting beaten by people with critters and you're banging your feet and you're stomping, and it's not a good place to be. Just gotta have faith, and it's a lonely, lonely spot there. I myself am there. I am 3 or 4 keys off from having enough to get that extra engine room, and it sucks because you're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and it drives me absolutely bonkers. Warships, when you're sitting there waiting for more keys and just trying to get more stuff, it sucks, and it's not my favorite game at that point, but you just have to have faith in your tech tree, and I am quite certain that tech tree is going to pay off. And right now, Kavan is keeping our dudes alive. We've lost 2 so far, 3 so far, and we're probably going to end up with a similar time as last time, and this person's going to be cursing us because we are fairly low right now, sitting at either rank 13 or 12 or something like that. So we are going to skyrocket now that we have critters. Possibly could get into gold simply by using critters, but we'll see. It depends how many troops I have. As you can see right in here, we still got 43 heavies. So this season, early season metas do not require instant training, which is fantastic. As you can see, I have not gotten into 13 before, so we're going to keep going. I'll do a couple more battles. because with these dudes, no, bases like this just get absolutely, absolutely ruined. So we can possibly take down 2 engine rooms just by using critters. So that is exactly what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to go like that, and we're going to go like this, and we're going to shock about there, and just trying to come in and get this engine room down as all of our critters do all of the work on the rest of the stuff. Probably going to be a little bit late to get this next shock out there, so not working super duper well for us. Should have planned that a little bit better, most definitely. Could have just going for that time where you can get 3 minutes 36 or so, which is so disheartening to your opponents, but we still got 3:26, which isn't bad. On the plus side, we only lost 1 heavy, and I was seesawing and looking all over the place and not doing a heck of a great job of attacking. So critters, just huge early benefit, but that meta is not going to last forever. But at the same time, having critters is going to help you later on anyways. So I know I'm giving mixed messages right now. My eyes say top road. The rest of me says low road. Just stick with whichever one you're feeling is going to work best and have some faith in that, and that's all that really matters. You don't really start having problems with warships until you start going back and questioning your decisions and giving up on your tech tree choices and things like that. So give it quite a few losses before you give up on your tech tree, because there's nothing worse than spending a bunch of keys and then realizing you didn't actually have to and you just needed a couple extra keys to get to where you wanted to be. So gonna throw our med kit out there because we have nothing else to spend our GBE on. Down goes this base, just cruising. It's not even fair, really. I mean, I could almost like remove 1 engine room. Remember back in the early seasons where you were allowed to do that? And still win, simply because these people got to walk through all of the stuff. They don't have barrage, they don't have artillery, and most importantly, they don't have critters. So this tech tree, I am still a chest behind people. I missed 9 hours, so it doesn't really make sense why these guys don't. I think some of them might have gone. And the biggest problem I'm seeing people have is if they went and got machine guns, you're just a whole bunch of keys behind. So you're going to be about a day or a half a day behind getting critters. So less than ideal. But there's many ways to skin a cat. I don't know why you'd want to skin a cat. These people are starting to get wise, putting their minds around the engine room. You've got to protect your engine rooms. That is so critical. But we should be able to just drop this shock right about there, get all of our heavies into about here, and I just keep using that crystal shield because there's no other use for my GBE, really. So we're just going to keep all of our dudes moving. That back engine room has gone off. Now, if you're wondering why the heck I'm throwing medkits, it's because if you have heavies that are starting to get low on health, and you can keep them alive just long enough to clear those mines. You see, like that one guy at the front has such low health, but he managed to clear 3 of those 4 mines. So I've got nothing better to spend my GBE on. So this is going to be incredibly painful, though. Look at this. We lost a huge amount of Zookas, and they finally start attacking. Waiting to see what kind of times we're going to get before they choose their strategy. So big thumbs down to Squiggles, Stickman. Not a big fan of players who do that, but it's legal. There's nothing wrong with doing it. It's just me being whiny, I suppose. So anyways, lots of tech tree methods. I am going to stick with no instant training on this account. It's going to be painful. On the plus side, I am in a ridiculously amazing task force, so I have 12,000 diamonds that I've been hoarding. So I'm going to try not to spend diamonds on warships just to make it super duper extra fair, or I'll spend at most 29 per day just because that's how many you should get in your task force. But just going to try to do something a little bit differently this season and see where this account will take me. So just roast barbecue. Those heavies have been in the middle of like 5 different flamethrowers, and they are still alive and kicking. So heavy rush never gets old. You just keep burning through things. And I know some of you hate heavy rushing. I am sort of in that camp. I enjoy it like a tiny amount, but anyways, we're going to go like this. I'm going to try something ever so slightly different. We're going to go like this. We're going to drop only one shock and see if that's going to go. I don't have the maximum allotment of critters because I don't have the GBE for it, and also I don't have the upgrade tokens for it, so a little bit unfortunate. Seems like dropping 2 boats would have been the ideal way, 2 crates of, I should say, as opposed to boats. Now, you can also use critters to, what is it called, to clear mines. That is not my style, but it also can work. We're going to drop some critters over there as our heavies come in, waiting, using that final shock. Not going to be as fast. So 2 critters, 1 shock, saves some gunboat energy. I figured I would give that a shot because why the heck not? If you have a better usage of GBE to get 2 engine rooms down, please do let me know. But the fact that my critters are only on tick 4, being a little bit... Oh, look at this! Even crystal critters! That is amazing. You never see these guys used. I'm curious, though. Maybe they'll keep heavies alive a little bit better than the crystal shields. Do let me know if you're using these guys. I assume they're useless and garbage, but my assumptions have been wrong at least once in my life. So dude is just full on heavy rushing, hoping that people are going to fail miserably on his or her base. And gotta say, there's a lot of heavies there, so perhaps I need to switch out to the crystal clitters and just give those puppies a shot. I think that the crystal shield's going to be better, but you never can be too certain because those little yellow things, by the way, they were supposed to be invincible when they were first put in the game, but that didn't happen. So they still have health and you can kill them, but nonetheless, a little bit of old school Boom Beach trivia there. That is it for me. You know what? Let's do a boss battle. I was going to give up, call it a day. See, 10 diamonds. I promised I wouldn't spend more than 29. Speaking of task forces, let's do a quick interlude here. If you're looking for a task force, we have Junior 9 for people who are XP 40 to 50, right about there. 4 spots in there. 29 diamonds a day most days, at least 25 diamonds a day anyways. I can't be 100% on the number. Infant 9 for people who, if you only have smoke, come on in. If you don't even have smoke for that matter. There is also Novice 9 below that. Let's just type that in there. So many things. You can also find these in the description if you don't want to type it in yourself. Clickable links are key. Right there, 1 spot in Novice 9. Last but not least, while we're here, do throw creator code ZMOD in there because I am going to be short on diamonds, as you can see, only at 11,963. I think we already spent them over here. I think we did. There we go. Let's do our boss battle. See if we can get into 14. Get that extra chest, which is going to... You know what? I might have even been able to upgrade my critters already, but I just realized I was being a bit of a dumb. See this? Person's being smart. They got the flamethrower behind so they can protect that engine room. This one, I'm going to get that right-hand side engine room. Just pick whichever engine room you need to go for and then get walking. So... This person went over to that side. We're going to go like this. 1, 2. Drop that shock right about there. Look how perfect that shock is. Tell me that was not absolutely and utterly... I love it when things like that actually happen because it's not often that I can hit a shock that perfectly. I know it's an easy shock and everyone should be able to hit it, but I just find on live streams I tend to screw these things up. And yes, I know this is not a live stream. This is simply a video, but you know what I'm trying to say. Those front heavies still have a bit of that shield. They're going to come cruising in, and we are going to blow up this engine room at a total time of 3 minutes 17. Not good. People who are good with critters are getting like 336, like I said, so I still have many, many things to learn. Need to watch some replays of my higher account, but we have crushed Squiggles thing. We've got all sorts of tokens moving on up in the world without instant training. Gonna max out those critters. That's gonna give us an extra 2 critters. An extra, what's that, 20% damage for those puppies? That's gonna be great. Then we're gonna get into some bombardiers and then get into some engine rooms, and it's just gonna be super duper awesome sauce. Also, need to upgrade our shocks. That's another reason why my critters aren't doing super duper great, because our shocks aren't maxed, but that's kind of the beauty of the tech tree. There are all of these intricacies. You need the gunboat energy, and then you need the shocks, and then you need the critters, and then you get the money, and then you get the power, and all the rest of it. So anyways, that is all for me. Gonna release this video tomorrow morning. Today is July 27th. We'll release this video first thing tomorrow on July 28th. I shall talk to you soon. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. Talk to you soon. I'm Zedmont. Peace.